Good morning, everybody. I do apologize. We're running a few minutes late this morning. That is 100% my fault. I've been kind of processing something and I want to talk about it before we start the show today. Something's been going on since the election. Right wing's figured out that we're effective, that our community is effective, and we are under attack. We are. This is happening on every platform that we're on. I have had to spend way too much time going back, dealing with things like this. What this is um, it's an organized, orchestrated attack. There are right wing groups that will go back and they typically go to older videos. Um, because it's harder to spot when that happens. But a lot of platforms are really good about giving you notifications when there's a problem. Like Facebook, every time I open Facebook, they remind me that something's just happened on this front. But again, it's on every platform and they've succeeded. I've won several appeals, but here's the problem. You'll get a group and they will mass report it, either evangelicals or a group that's, like Turning Point USA, where they've got their little group of agitators and, of course, Turning Point USA won't openly admit that they've got these groups, but there are groups out there that do this kind of stuff. And what they do is they just get together and they mass report videos until you have to go back and you have to appeal it. The problem with appealing it is none of these platforms employ enough people to deal with this. They just don't. It is a massive problem. And so you're dealing with AI more often than not. And AI can't get basic facts correct, much less deal with the nuances of human communication. It just doesn't do well where it's got to understand people and where things are coming from. So I put a video up on a while back on James Dobson when he died, when he passed away. And that is the one they centered on. And that's why I actually believe by the videos that they're targeting, I think this is probably a right-wing evangelical group. But yeah, they successfully had this one taken down. And as you see down here in the lower right-hand corner, my appeal was rejected, which is absolutely ridiculous. And there's nothing I can do about it at this point. And again, it's not just YouTube. It's not just YouTube. And stick with me, folks. We're not going to have a little whiny bitch fest the whole show. I promise you. I just want to let you know what's going on. This is TikTok. They've gone after several videos on TikTok. I've lost a couple of appeals there. The whole point is to get my accounts banned, to get me taken down and off the air. And these platforms will not tell me who's doing this. This is the kind of thing that I'm going to have to go hire an attorney. I'm going to have to subpoena the data. And when I could prove that, if I want to go to all this trouble, when I can prove who it is, and if it's coordinated, then I can sue them. Which is a long, long, long shot. But I want to talk about the video they had taken down, because I really do believe it's an evangelical group by the videos that they're taking down. It was a video on James Dobson. And if you don't remember who James Dobson is, he was one of the founders of Focus on the Family, and he said some horrendous shit. Horrible things. This is the guy that told people to, if you're raising a son, take him into the shower with you and show him your penis, and he'll see your penis is larger, and then he'll behave. He'll do what you say. I mean, this is the kind of off the wall, crazy stuff this man said. Then, as part of his efforts, on top of saying insane, crazy stuff, he and guys like Ralph Reed got the brilliant idea of marrying evangelicalism with the Republican Party. This is what this whole video was about and the history of it. What I just said out of my mouth is what James Dobson said. I didn't make this up about him. He has said horrible things, and they called it bullying for saying what he said. Same thing happened with Charlie Kirk. That's why I think it's one of these evangelical groups, because again, quote what Charlie Kirk says, and then they say you're bullying Charlie Kirk by quoting what he said. No shit. You can't make it up. So I just want you to be aware, if all of a sudden my accounts start vanishing, this is why. This is what's happening. They don't want us communicating. And I just want you to be aware of it. And have a good grasp of why it happens, because again, it's not an employee at these platforms that reviews these kinds of things. It's not. There's just way too many of them. It's done through AI automatically, and AI is freaking horrible. So I win most appeals because, like I said, it's just common sense, basic enough that even idiotic AI can. I am joining. Somebody put join Substack. I actually do have a Substack that I haven't started using yet, Heidi, but I am going to start using it. I'm going to keep diversifying. Just as an insulation. One of the other things I'm going to do, I'll be honest with you, since I'm pretty sure this is an evangelical group, they have submitted my decision. Y'all know I have some religious beliefs that they're not Christian, they're not, but I do have religious beliefs, and I am going to start a church. I'm going to do it. I'm going to start it right here on YouTube. Is where it's going to begin. Is right here on YouTube. Church. I've already got a name for it. Church of Science and Humanity, where we're going to, because I believe in a creator. I do. And I believe in science. I believe in what we can prove. Those things are not counter to one another. They just aren't. So yeah, just to put a finger in their eye, I'm going to do it. I had him hot about it for a long time. I'm going to do it. I am going to, they've got a new competitor, put it that way. But anyways, I just wanted you to be aware what was going on before we get started. So yeah, let's kick the show off and get started. All right, let's start out with something. Boy, we had a little technical glitch there. Sorry about that. Let's start out with something fun. Let's do it. Let's start out with something fun. All that negativity and stuff. Let's start out with something fun. This is great. This is freaking great, folks. Let me find it. I got it here somewhere. Where are you? There it is. Found it. You're going to love this. I am telling you, folks, the people running Gavin Newsom's online comms. And forgive me, I don't know why I'm having a brain lock and can't remember her name, but she is brilliant. It is a young woman. She is brilliant. And she just put this together. You're going to freaking love this. This is hilarious. This is from this was put together by and for Gavin Newsom's official account. This is hilarious.
Make sure he's okay.
This is my favorite part right here.
What? Wait a minute. What's he going to do?
Uh-oh, Stephen Miller on the top rope.
Barrett looking to put Owen through the table. Looking to drive the
Wait a second! Ripley! Gallows into the post! Rhea Ripley's collecting! Luke Gallows, oh my God! Oh my God!
I hope I don't end up having to edit that out because of the audio. I really don't. That was fantastic. That was freaking great. That was freaking great. Loved it. Loved it. That was just fantastic. Oh man, what's the point of winning if you can't have some fun with it? If you can't have some fun with it. Oh my God. But yeah, there's been, and then more than one thing, more than one bit of good news. Let's just keep it rolling. Let's keep it rolling because we got to talk about some negative shit too. So let's just get it in the positive frame of mind. This is how it started. Y'all remember this? This is how it started. Okay. That's how it started. That's how it started. This is how it's going. This is how it's going. In case you haven't missed it, this blew up all over social media. In case you missed it, he was acquitted. He was acquitted. He was found not guilty of assault. And what was so great about it? Was, that's actually the second rebuke. The first one, they tried to file felony assault charges against this guy. And they got a no bill. That means that the grand jury said, no, this didn't happen. Which, you know, the old expression, you can indict a ham sandwich. It is so rare for a grand jury to not indict. I mean, it's just, it was just, I mean, talk about a slap in the face. I mean, how incompetent do you have to be? So they had to bring the charges down to a misdemeanor assault. And then we had a 3-day trial over this. And they lost. Oh my God. And I hope you're on social media, folks. I really hope you're on social media. This was, I mean, it was, I tell you, I love you people so much. I love you people so much. But I got a comment for you that was it just won the internet. And if you're an old timer like me, you'll understand it. Diane Bree Garage says, "Hey Paul, here with you. Always glad to see you here, my brother. Glad to see you here." Michael Walknut 3047, using Vince McMahon as the stand-in for Trump was too perfect. Yep, that was great. That was great. That was great. I hope they got it. If you're watching this and you didn't see that clip, I'm sorry. I played it with the audio on, and let's hope that they don't make me take it down because of the audio. ET, when you run your administration like a WWE event, you need to expect some WWE comebacks at you. Amen. 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 There's another one out there. There's another video. I don't know if you've seen it, but it was their response from right out the night of the election. It was fantastic. Did I show you that one after last? I think I did show you that one in the last show. That was just fantastic. Spicy gesture. I was worried for a second when I didn't see a show posted for today. While you need while you eat coffee, I need Texas Paul. Breakfast for my head. LOL. Thank you for always bringing the truth. I'm going to be honest with you. Putting all this together, I have more tabs up here. The tabs are like this freaking big. There's so many of them. I have so many tabs up here to share with you. Because there's so much to talk about, and I just got lost in what I was doing and lost track of time. It was all me and my irresponsibility, and I'm truly sorry that we ran a couple minutes late today. I am truly, truly sorry. JDJ 1898 Jade. Subway's new slogan: sometimes a sandwich is more than just a sandwich. Try a foot long fling at your next protest. Oh my God. But this was the comment I have to tell you that I think just won the internet yesterday. If the rapper don't split, you must acquit. Oh my God. It shows one that they followed the testimony, because the testimony in this hearing was all about how hard the sandwich hit. Did the sandwich come apart when it hit? This agent looked like such a wimp by the end of it. The sandwich, it hit me with great velocity. It hit me hard. Oh my God. Ollie 1976. Trump can eat his great value Thanksgiving and stuff is stuffing. Yeah, we're actually going to talk about that. You know what? That was for later in the show, but you know what? You folks, this is a community show. You brought it up. So let's just dig right into it. All right. We'll go to the Trump, the Trump shit. We'll do it. He has 44 drivers. That's what's called an attack sub. My Navy people are going to love that one. But this is Trump. You know, the office of the presidency takes its toll. You can go back and you look at any president when they took office and when they left office. They only age 4 years chronologically, but they age 20 years physically. It's a hard job. It is a rough job. It is. Even for somebody as lazy as Donald Trump, who doesn't do shit. I mean, in this press conference where I'm going to show you these clips from, question after question after question. It was so obvious he was not there. He could ask a question, get a clueless look on his face, and he turned to JD Vance. Do you want to take that? And JD Vance would answer any question that required thought or technical. He was just lost. He was just lost. And when he was talking like this. This is the president of the United States, folks.
So delighted to report that Kazakhstan has officially agreed, and that's official now. So delighted to report that Kazakhstan has officially.
Kazakhstan has officially agreed to join the Abraham Accords. Kazakhstan. This is a country that even casual political people know the name of. They know the importance of it. Especially if you're old enough to have lived during the Soviet Union, you know what Kazakhstan is. Not Kazakhstan. This is the president of the United States, folks. He is gone. There is nothing left up there. He looks tired and weak and disheveled, and it's just pathetic. It is pathetic. Morning Demon, Indiana Jones said it best. It's not the years, it's the mileage. Ain't that the truth, brother? Ain't that the truth? And I got to tell you, Donald Trump didn't do a lot of maintenance on himself. Those were a lot of hard years. A lot of McDonald's and a lot of, I would bet, chemistry involved. But yeah, just to kind of show how gross he is, this is Trump on Snap.
And one other thing, our country has to remain very liquid because problems,
Look at him.
catastrophes, wars, could be anything. We have to remain liquid. We can't give everything away based on a number. Here's an example. When I was president, the number that you're talking about was a tiny fraction of what it is now. Biden went totally crazy, gave it to anybody that would ask, gave it to people that were able-bodied, had no problem. Anybody that would ask, we get the number. And it's many times the number of people are on. This wasn't meant for that. And one other thing, our country has to remain very liquid because...
Okay. The President of the United States is explaining to you, if you'll pay attention and listen to his words, that he doesn't understand anything about our government's finances, doesn't understand that there's already an appropriated rainy day fund to cover this expense, doesn't understand SNAP, is just repeating bullshit talking points from the 1980s. This comes out of Ronald Reagan and the welfare queens bullshit. This is how gone his mind is. All he could do is repeat to old MAGA fools that are just as dotard and stupid as he is, that, the old welfare queens trope. It's all young, able-bodied people just get that free government food. It's pathetic, and it's sad. It's bordering on elder abuse now. It really is bordering on elder abuse. And I got to tell you, every time Trump appears in public, you're going to start seeing him less and less and less. And it's going to be more and more like we just saw, where actually JD Vance is sitting next to him to answer all the questions. It is really getting sad.
Went up many, many times my first term. One other thing, a number came out today that was amazing. Walmart. I trust Walmart, Arkansas, great place, Arkansas, great company, Walmart. They announced today, after many years, they do this every year for many years, that Thanksgiving for the United States of America under Donald Trump as president is 25% less for Thanksgiving meal with all the trimmings than it was under Sleepy Joe Biden's administration.
Okay. And he didn't just say it there. He didn't just say it there. He went out on Truth Social and put it out. Walmart just announced the prices from Thanksgiving, yada, yada, yada. Okay. Let's take a look at it. Walmart puts a Thanksgiving meal suggestion out every year. And let's take a look at what they suggested in 2024 under the Biden administration and what they suggest this year under the Trump administration. You can Google this yourself. You don't have to rely on me. This comes directly off Walmart's website. The one on the left is 2024. The one on the right is this year. So let's take a look at it and see what it tells us about what Walmart knows about our current economy. First thing on the list, whole frozen turkey, 10 to 16 pounds, 88 cents a pound. This year's meal for 2025, this year's meal includes a butterball turkey, 13.5 pounds, 97 cents a pound. Then they go on to pull a Trump and say, lowest price since 2019. Oh, really? The bird you were selling in 2024 was more than 10% cheaper. Sorry. That doesn't work. Then, one second. Something just flew by that I tried to catch. Somebody, I think we may have a troll in here. Keep an eye out, folks. Keep an eye out. Yeah, we're going to get into that, Jeremy. Jeremy Breeden, glad you're always here, brother. Pudding Brains didn't mention there's a lot less items in there. Let's just go ahead and read the list, shall we? Let's read the list. Great value sweet Hawaiian rolls. Okay, and this year's list, you go down, it's great value dinner rolls. Great value golden corn, ocean spray jellied cranberry sauce. This year's list is a bag of raw cranberries. I guess you're supposed to turn that into cranberry sauce. You got, of course, green beans, the French's. Hey, this year and last year, you've got French's crispy French fried onions last year. This year, you've got Kinder's French fried onions. I don't know the difference between the two. I don't eat that green bean casserole. Are y'all into that green bean casserole? Let's just take a minute. I got to know about this. Are y'all into that green bean casserole thing that everybody does every year? I can't do it. I can't do it. See, you're like my wife. My wife loves that stuff. My wife loves that stuff. She does. And are y'all into? Look, there you go, Wayne. Wayne's like, oh, hell yeah, brother. I'm telling you, this is as bad as beans and chili. Don't go after the green bean casserole. You will get a fight on your hands. I'm telling you. I am telling you. But they've got, all the stuff for the green bean casserole on both of them because it's really cheap stuff. And you can tell by the size of the list, they paired stuff out. Last year's list had a Marie Callender Southern Pecan Pie. 10 out of 10, recommend. This year, no pecan pie. Then they had all the stuff to make, including marshmallows, if you like marshmallows on your pecan pie, to make a pecan pie. This year, they've got pumpkin and a pie crust. I guess you're supposed to figure out the spices and stuff yourself. But yeah, pumpkin and a pie crust don't make a pumpkin pie. It doesn't. Last year, they also, on top of, hey, you had Jiffy corn muffin mix on top of the Hawaiian sweet rolls, in case you wanted some hot rolls there. You know what I mean? I like those Hawaiian sweet rolls, by the way. I really do. I love those damn things. Potatoes on both lists, and then this list also had, you've got yellow onions and celery, and you can tell the lists are not the same. You can tell that Walmart has figured out that this is going to be a much tighter and therefore must be cheaper Thanksgiving. People are hurting, man. People are hurting. But you got pudding brains. I did it. I made everything cheaper. No, you didn't. You made everything more expensive. So Walmart had to take take more out of their Thanksgiving dinner offering so that we have a much more modest Thanksgiving. I mean, we see you. And now when the idiots, your crazy ass drunk uncle, and because they keep repeating everything's cheaper. And what's going on is they're losing a big chunk of their base. They are losing a big chunk of their base over this shit. They really are. ET says they're hoping that Snap EBT will be back up by the time that people are purchasing this stuff. That's the problem. It's not going to. It's not going to. Trump and it's not just SNAP and EBT. They really don't care. They're going to wreck. They are going to straight up wreck the holidays, and they don't care. They don't care. Raging Cajun John, always here, brother. I appreciate you. If he claims tariffs bring in trillions of dollars, so when the Supreme Court say you have to repay the money collected, we are expecting $17 trillion rebate. No shit. Who gets that money back? We paid it. Who gets that money back? Nightmare. And here's what's so bad about it. I mean, this is what's going on with the SNAP benefits. Yeah, judge ordered them to pay it, But the Trump administration has filed an emergency appeal trying to have that order blocked. They don't want to pay. They don't want to pay. They want people to be starving and going hungry over Thanksgiving. They do. It's just who they are and what they are. They're telling you to your face, believe them. Believe them. And speaking of believing them and what they are, this is my man Hakeem Jeffries coming out hard. Love this. Talking about the Republicans and Mike Johnson. Love this.
Leader Jeffries, I guess on the Epstein files, which still have not been released, on a personal note, how does it feel to work with so many grown adults who have been obstructing the release of these Epstein files and, in effect, protecting pedophiles?
Well, the Trump administration and Mike Johnson are running a pedophile protection program. That's
Boom.
what they've been doing. And that's the reason why they refused to swear in Representative-elect Adelita Grijalva. For weeks now. She was elected in late September decisively. And Representative-elect Adelita Grijalva still hasn't been sworn in because she'll become the 218th vote on an up or down piece of legislation that will require the Department of Justice to release the Epstein files.
Did you think we forgot about the Epstein files? Did you think we forgot about the Epstein files? Hell no, brother. Hell no. Hell no. Hell no. Brother Hakeem, I'm always proud of him. He always does good work. He really does. He always does good work. But, you know, that's not the only shit. I mean, it just, you know, compare this to them trying to block Snap. This is Kash Patel. This is Kash Patel. And he's lost support. And he's a right-wing shit poster. And the right-wing shit posters have turned on him. They have. They really have. They're coming after him because the dumbest of the dumb can understand this. This is Kash Patel right before becoming FBI director.
Maybe we ground that plane. 15,000 every time it takes off. And I'm not saying take all their funding. I'm not the defund everything guy. I'm just saying Chris Wray doesn't need a government-funded G5 jet to go to vacation. Maybe we ground that plane. 15,000 every time it takes off. Just a thought.
Minimum.
You got to forgive me, folks. We're having everything's running just a little bit slow today, so there may be a slight delay in there when I queue up a video and when it starts playing. Yeah, that's Kash Patel. The same guy that just got busted flying his girlfriend around for date night on an FBI plane. And did he learn his lesson? Did he figure out, oh, well, maybe we shouldn't do that. Maybe I shouldn't be a hypocrite. Maybe I shouldn't use a plane for date night. Did he learn his lesson? Oh, hell no. Oh, hell no. 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 As soon as that came out, he took 2 more trips. He took 1 trip to go see his honey. He took 1 trip to fly back to Nashville to see his girlfriend, Alexis. And then he took another trip to fly to Florida, to Fort Lauderdale. This is his girlfriend, by the way. This is his country singer girlfriend. Boy, he can't get enough of that. And we're paying for it. We're flying him back and forth to D.C. to Memphis. I mean, over and over and over. He just can't get enough of Alexis, I'm telling you. But yeah, he had a fit about getting busted. So he took action. He did. He took action. He did this. He had his plane removed from jet tracker apps. The FAA is no longer passing that information out about his personal jet that he uses to fly around. So we will no longer know about all of the abuses and all of the trips and all of the shit that he's doing. But it didn't stop there. Somebody had to pay for this, right? Somebody's head had to roll. And this is the part that's just out of all of it, the hypocrisy and the rest of it. This is the part that just gets under my skin. Really, I didn't expect anything out of Kash Patel. I expected him to be a shitbag. I did. So him doing stuff like this and flying back and forth to see his girlfriend and shit like that, I totally expected that. That is par for the course behavior for these people. What really pisses me off is this. The Devil of Dallas here says that private jet ain't as good as some low road. Yeah. Oh, yeah. Oh, brother. You're going to get me in trouble. You're going to get me in trouble. No, this is the part that really bothers me. This is the part that really, 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 really upsets me. This is Stephen Palmer. He is a 27-year veteran of the FBI. And Stephen Palmer was made the assistant director. His responsibility, he's one of the assistant directors. His responsibility is emergency response. And a part of emergency response is the pilots, the planes, all the infrastructure there. Guess who got fired? Because Kash Patel caught being a selfish joker. Yeah. 27-year veteran. One of the most experienced agents we have. Gone. Gone. Because Kash Patel is a right-wing shitposter and a joker. And he had a temper tantrum and wanted to blame somebody for the fact that he got busted. Because internet sleuths tracked his plane and he got caught partying with Alexis. Living the high life, the jet set life on our dime. Like he's some sort of billionaire or something. He fired the guy that manages the pilots and the planes. A 27-year FBI veteran. The kind of people that we need in the job more than ever now that Trump is out there creating terrorists in every corner of the world. Spicy Jester, Associated Press is reporting that over 700 flights today alone have been canceled as a result of staffing shortages and the government shutdown. Holidays are going to be a mess. Yup. And this is why I love you people. Absolutely love you people. This is one of the tabs that I have open right here. Let's move to that portion of the show. I'm telling you, it is not kissing your ass. Can you see it? I mean, you people are always so far ahead of everything. I hope you realize you're different. I hope you realize that you're different. I hope you realize that you are more informed. I hope you realize that you are more in touch with what's going on than the freaking stupids out there. When the idiot, moron, gross people, the MAGA gross people go out there and spew bullshit. This is why you know it's bullshit, because you are so far ahead of the game. Yeah, we're going into Thanksgiving, one of the biggest travel holidays of the weekend. And no, They're not going to reopen the government. They're telling you. They're filing court cases to try to not have to pay SNAP benefits. They don't care that Thanksgiving is going to be a disaster because this 10%, the 700 flights, isn't going to cut it. What do you think? I'm just asking you, since you are a part of the show. You are informed people. This is a community. You folks, what do you think is going to happen with TSA over the next few weeks as we're getting into the holidays and they're not getting paid? What do you think is going to happen with air traffic controllers? Do you see this getting better? Don Hoover, 9131. Thank you for being here, brother. Thank you for supporting the show. I literally cannot do this without you. You people have allowed me to do this as a full-time job, and I am grateful. I saw your Dobson video when you posted it, the most accurate and honest a bit on that fraud. Thank you. I appreciate it. It was just the truth. It was what the man said and did. Skeet Sayre, 2018. I made a prediction in January that America would be in a depression by Christmas. Too bad it was worse than I thought it would be. You know what? You're not wrong. This is the job numbers here. Let me pull them up for you. This is the jobs numbers from October. Again, you can look this up, folks. I'm not one of those people that I pretend to be the secret guardian of the knowledge. Just the opposite. I want you to know where to go look for this. ADP. This is who corporations hire to track this information. October, 42,000 jobs. 42,000 jobs. Remember, the floor is 220,000. Actually, it's more like 230,000 jobs a month have to be created every month just to break even for population growth. So you can see this is a negative number. And we had a negative 30,000 the month before. We had contraction in the job market the month before. Yeah, we are headed into a depression already. Mr. Newton, thank you for being here, brother. I love all our folks from he comes to us. If you're new to the show, Mr. Newton here is coming to us from Norway. We have a truly global audience here, and we get the opinions and the thoughts of intelligent people from all over the world here. This is why I say you people just recharge my batteries. You do. Y'all restore my faith in humanity. When I look at shit all day and I'm ready to just, give it up and go fishing forever, y'all are the people that keep me in the saddle. You really do. You really do. And you're right. The air traffic controllers, they're going to call in sick. It's not going to get better. It's not going to get better. It's just not. And we normally, folks, we're going into the holidays. We're going into Black Friday. They don't normally lay off this time of year. And yet layoffs are everywhere. And I got to tell you, I put a video. If you didn't see the video about it, it just really hit me. Yesterday, I opened up my phone, was pouring a cup of coffee, and this is what I do. I read all day long. And a story hit about some more layoffs. It was 45,000 this time. And it just hit me that people talk about this stuff. People talk about this stuff. And you forget. Every single one of those layoffs, and there's been like 1 million layoffs so far this year. Every single one is a person with a first and last name and a family and responsibilities. And they're trying to figure out how they're going to keep a roof over their head now. They're making those hard decisions about what they're going to sell, how they're going to try to find another job in this market where there are no jobs. it is so bad that, DoorDash isn't hiring in a lot of places. They're maxed out. Uber is saturated. Those fallback jobs that everybody's like, well, I guess I'll just drive an Uber. No, you won't. In many places, they're chocked full. It's bad, folks. It is bad. Skeet Sayer, you got it, Paul. We are separated by distance, but our hearts are all good. We love decency. Amen, brother. Amen. Well said. Well said. But yeah, it's just one thing after another after another. But I got to tell you, these right wingers are figuring out that this shit isn't flying. I want to tell you about this. And then I want you to, I know when I read it, how it felt, how desperate and weak and sad and pathetic it felt. Because, James Comey is just beating the crap out of them. You've got Nancy, you've got, Halligan, Trump's stooge that's prosecuting James Comey, and Letitia James has been called out by the judge. They asked for her her grand jury transcripts, and they tried to fudge it and not provide all of the transcripts. And the judge lost his shit over that and said, I believe it's today is the deadline. They've got to turn over everything Nancy Halligan said. They got to turn it all over because they're really thinking that she was unethical with that grand jury. And keep in mind, statute of limitations is run out. If the judge dismisses this case, it's over. But it's worse than that because there are going to be repercussions for this. Phyllis Rayleigh, thanks for being here. I appreciate you. This is not looking good, folks. These are people, there are going to be repercussions for what's going on, and they know it, But I want to see in the chat, especially, I want to see what your response is to this, because this just broke. Justice Department is said to be investigating DC mayor over foreign trips. It's actually gone beyond the Justice Department. We've got Boxwine Barbie that has gotten involved here. The U.S. Attorney, Janine Pirro, the U.S. Attorney in D.C., is now looped into this. But yeah, they're trying to go after Muriel Bowser. It didn't work. That's what it's looking like. She flat out lied. Bike riding mosquito, that's what it's looking like. Halligan lied to the grand jury. That's what it is absolutely looking like. But they're trying to investigate Mayor Muriel Bowser because the whole National Guard and DC thing fell flat on its face. There's too many images. You're doing too good of a job. They cannot, they've lost the narrative. We control the narrative. We know we've got people following National Guard troops around with trombones playing, the Star Wars Death March. And, it's just, they've lost the narrative, the whole tough guy thing. Picture after picture of them raking leaves and shit like that. And then they've extended the stay. Now, it was supposed to end, but everything is so disastrous for the Trump regime, they can't take the loss. So now they're going to keep those guard troops in through the end of the year, over the holiday. It is really just, the wheels have completely come off. They've lost the narrative, and their approval ratings just keep dropping and dropping and dropping and dropping. Trump has now beat himself out as the most disliked president ever. and it's just getting worse. But this investigation over Mayor Muriel Bowser is supposed to somehow gin up that whole DC is terrible thing. DC is wonderful. DC is wonderful. Go. If you can get a chance to go to Washington, DC, go. Those monuments, those buildings will fill your heart. It is, and you will see what a beautiful city it is. I mean, it is busy, it is bustling, and full of young people, too. It is. I mean, I know our government is full of old, crusty oldies. It is. But the staffs and, the businesses and the lobbying firms and everything, it's young people. DC is a great just American cities in general are really great freaking places. They've completely lost the narrative. And this investigation is the dumbest of the dumb things they could possibly do. This is how idiotic they are. The investigation is over a trip to Qatar. Yeah. See, that's one of the big perks of an office, a mayor or a congressman or whatever. I've told this told you this over and over again. One of the biggest perks is travel. If you're the mayor of a city, it's your job to gin up business and investment in your city. So you get to go to places like Qatar. And it's completely legit. This is the part that's just absolutely mind-blowing. This is from that article. The mayor's office said in a written statement that it had not been notified of any investigation. Of course, they didn't tell them before the news broke. Quote, this was a business trip, the statement said. DC representatives regularly travel to promote Washington as a destination for investment and growth. It's part of the job, folks. Zoran Mamdani is going to do it for New York. All proper paperwork for this standard donation is on file. This is such blatantly normal shit. I mean, y'all knew this, right? I mean, mayors travel. Hell, my governor was in frickin' Japan recently. It's one of the things that they do. This investigation is going to tank. But here's what makes it so incredibly stupid. When you find out that it's an investigation about a trip to Qatar, what's the first thing that comes to mind? For no particular reason, here's the $1.5 billion airplane, now that we're revamping the damn thing, that Donald Trump is getting from Qatar for free. Yeah. I mean, how stupid can you be to revive this story? That you just got handed a luxury jet from Qatar. And on top of it, you're not going to get anything out of it. Mayor Bowser isn't going to go broke over this. She's the mayor. The city of Washington, D.C. is going to pay for her defense. Should you actually be stupid enough to try to file charges for something that is broad daylight, all the paperwork's filed, a normal thing that happens across our entire country. Every mayor does this. Skeet Sayre, 2018. And it's legit. It's legal. They travel to your sister city. They travel to other major cities like London, Frankfurt, everywhere to tell everybody, hey, we will respect you if you show up. Unlike that factory down in Georgia where they've given up on a $4 billion factory because some Republican idiot running for office called immigration on high-tech Korean workers. This is how they assure those people, hey, invest. Your people will be well taken care of. We got a beautiful city. Here's the sales pitch. And in doing this, they've completely revived the luxury jet story. They're incompetent. They're completely incompetent. Skeet Sayre, when Elvis was near the end, every day the news reported about it. All of them, North America knew about it, and people were legitimately concerned until he died. Trump will be the same. Payback is epic. I don't think anybody's going to be concerned. They're just like planning the party. Mr. Knudsen, I'm ready to join your church. May even start a local Norwegian chapter. Need 50 plus members living in Norway to get a government support of about $7,500 a year. Send me the gospel. I'm telling you, I'm going to do it. I am going to do it, folks. I really am. I'm so tired of this, being slapped in the face with bullshit. We need a religion based on science and humanity. Netta Dahl, thank you for being here. Appreciate you. Part of our Danish audience. I get the feeling that they are trying to turn the United States into a modern slavery society. That's what the billionaires are trying to do. That's what they're trying to do. Cecile Kazemi. So apparently it's okay for Patel to go watch his girlfriend perform with no benefit, but not for the DC mayor to take a legit business trip? Exactly. They are so bad at this. They are so bad at this. And they're just losing their minds after the elections. This is just one story like this. There are so many out there. You've got bloated, fat billionaires that are just losing their damn minds that their beloved New York City has elected Zoran Mamdani. I mean, this is John Katzimatidis. He runs a couple grocery store chains in New York. D'Agostino is one of them. And Gristedes is another. Yeah, he's going to pack up and move, man. He's out. So, folks, my people that live in New York City, I want you to bear that in mind. When you're thinking about where to shop, the guy that owns D'Agostino's and Gristedes, he's done with New York. He's out. He's going to lay off his workers there. Mind you, Mamdani's not even in office yet. He has not implemented a single policy yet. But this guy is abandoning New York. He was talking about moving to New Jersey, but he said, oh my God, Mikey Sherrill, she won there. I can't do that. He's such a partisan asshole. This has nothing to do with business. He was talking about moving to New Jersey, but can't do that now. Democrats run New Jersey. He's going to move to Florida. Yeah, I got an idea. Shop at Key Foods. Yeah, Trader Joe's. There's lots of options for you. And that is one of the policies that Mamdani was talking about, was maybe even open a city-owned grocery store, because grocery prices are so high in New York. They're inordinately high. And there are sections where people that are working class people have a hard time shopping. And he's talking about just in those areas, maybe opening city-owned grocery stores. They're losing their damn minds. They're losing their damn minds. I say, treat them like the traitors they are. And I don't mean traitors like trading goods. I mean like traitors with a T. Carl Rossi, weekly tithe, brother. I appreciate you. Church of H&S is just science and humanity. I got you. Looking to running your own server. use other platforms to redirect the flock to your open, up and own First Amendment free platform. Keep up the great work. Yeah, that's what we'll have to do. That's what we'll have to. If we get taken out, I am more than happy to sit here and make a lot of money for YouTube. They host us. It's a convenient platform. More than happy to do it on Twitch. More than happy to do it. But you know what? If this is the way they're going to run their businesses and let stuff like this happen, I'll do it my damn self. It's the way I've always done things. Donna Arnold, thank you for being here. I appreciate you. Liz Allen, 9535. I can do all things through evidence-based practices, which strengthens me. Peer review. Amen. 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 And I got to tell you, I'm not going to get into the religious stuff on this channel. This is about politics. I'm not. But I will tell you, there is nothing opposing between believing in a creation and something in an ordered universe and science. They actually support one another. They do. They do. The more I've looked into it, the more convinced I am. But look, folks, I mean, not only are they losing their shit about, and again, Zoran Mamdani doesn't take office until January. And they're already throwing in the towel. And this should tell you something about these people and how they are. But it's not just a few billionaires here and there. Listen to what Steve Bannon has to say.
God is my witness. If we lose the midterms and we lose 2028, some in this room are going to prison, myself included. God is my witness. If we lose the midterms and we lose 2028, some in this room are going to prison, myself included.
Yes, you are. Yes, you are. Yes, you are. Don't threaten me with a good time. Don't you threaten me with a good time. Yeah. Yeah, because you're breaking the law. We're going to go back and we're going to take a look at the money that Kash Patel is spending. Yeah. We're going to take a look at what the fuck is Don Bongino doing? We're going to you think we're going to shrug this shit off? Oh, no, brother. Oh, no. You don't get to come in and be vindictive pricks and we just ignore it because we're afraid you might take power one day and do it to us. Do it. Do it. We embarrass you in court every time. Do it. And I'm telling you, folks, I'm using every chip, every card, every relationship. My number one goal, besides pulling left, because the Democratic Party needs to be pulled left from within, is making sure that when we take power, we don't do that shit that we normally do. Oh, no. I don't want to go back to being the Democratic Party that follows the rules to the letter. Oh, no. I want my next attorney general to be a vindictive motherfucker. I want to go and I want to hire guys like Steve Palmer back, who after a 27-year career gets shown the door for doing nothing wrong. He's got an axe to grind. And I want to put him in power in the DOJ and cut those fuckers loose. That's what I want to do. That's what I do. And that's what I'm telling every congressman I meet with, every senator I meet with, every mayor I meet with, everyone. You wanted this? You got it. You got it. Speaking of which, talking about going to jail, Wee Man here is in trouble. Greg Bovino. Yeah. He messed with the wrong judge, and she is pissed. She is pissed. You know how they got called into court over what they were doing in Chicago? Well, Greg Bavino sat and gave sworn testimony and lied and got caught lying. For instance, would be this incident. You know, you're on camera, dude. You can't do this shit anymore. Cops used to be able to do this. They could just say, "Oh, this happened. The sandwich guy hit me really hard." Oh, no, we got video, dude. We got video. Greg Bavino told the judge that this event, him tossing that tear gas, was predicated by him getting hit in the head with a rock. Said it under oath. Didn't happen. Didn't happen. They had cameras from every freaking angle. He just lied. He just lied. Little wee man just sat there. He's a criminal. He's not law enforcement. He's a fucking criminal. He sat on the stand and lied under oath. So yeah, when they tell you, if we lose, people are going to jail, you goddamn right you are. You goddamn right you are. Colleen Sarah, 8364, went to bed early the other night before I had dinner, woke in the morning with intense hunger, pain, and nausea, but knew I had food to help. Had a major sob for hours for all those that don't have the same. Support food pantries. This is why I love you people. This is why you are good people. You are good people. And yes, support food pantries, because I tell you right now, this Thanksgiving is going to suck for a lot of people. It's going to suck for a lot of people. And what I'm doing, and what Mrs. Texas Paul's, and I about to get in trouble because I'm not supposed to share a lot of personal information, but we're doing this. I'm already in trouble. We're doing this. We're cutting back on gifts this year. We are. This year is going to be about us being decent to each other, about loving each other and doing good things. And there was a lot of purchases. We're married long enough that, I go buy my Christmas present and say, "Thank you, baby. That was a great gift." And she does the same thing. We'll do a little something special for each other. But for the most part, we go buy our own. I'm not making those purchases this year. My Christmas gift will be the joy of loving my family. It will. It will. And I'm telling you, I'm going to take that money and I'm going to support my local food pantries, because Texas, for as much as we like to say, "Oh, we're rich," and we're not. We're not. We're a poor state. And a lot of people are really getting freaking hurt. So I'm going to do what I can this Thanksgiving to try to make sure that people are doing well. We're fortunate. We're fortunate people. Ron Slater, good to see you. Good to see you, my friend. Thank you for supporting the show. Victor Harshman, going to see the Nuremberg movie today. Me too. That's what I'm doing today. I'm going to see that Russell Crowe. There's a movie coming out. If you love history, there's a movie coming out today about Nuremberg. It looks like it's going to be fantastic. Good call. Great. It looks like it's going to be a great movie. The trailers look fantastic. Lily Wiggs, love the meme going around saying Mamdani already implemented or is teaching teaching Arabic numbers in school. Yeah, that is great. That is great. He did. No, they're already teaching Arabic numbers in school. Crafty as Gardner. This is exactly why Thune and McConnell won't get rid of the filibuster. They are making the office of the president all powerful, and they see a dim president in the near future. Amen. 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 Absolutely. Absolutely. But that order isn't just calling out Greg Bovino as having perjured himself. It goes farther. Judge Ellis said, I find the government's evidence to be simply not credible. After weeks of tear gas, pepper ball strikes, and hard takedowns against journalists, clergy, and residents during Operation Midway Blitz with excessive violence, which she said shocks the conscience. She's ordering them to stop using riot control weapons on nonviolent people. She's requires warnings before using chemical munitions, and is mandating body cameras and clear identification for all officers. So yeah, it's more than just. It is more than just. She called him out for a lie, and this is the segment where, this is how blunt she is. This is the paragraph from that article. Go read the article by all means, but this is the paragraph from that Daily Beast article that really drives it home. The Obama appointed judge, which I don't see why that matters. But anyways, the Obama appointed judge singled out Bovino, 55, for false testimony, specifically his claim that he was hit in the head with a rock before he lobbed gas at protesters, saying he, quote, later admitted that he lied, unquote, after DHS failed to provide any evidence to support his claim. Yeah. 100%. 100%. And I'm glad to see it. I'm glad to see it. And again, back to something that'll just it's not funny, but it will make you it'll make you smile. I want you to watch Robert Kennedy in this clip. Y'all saw the guy that fainted in the White House, right? You had Trump sitting there. He is in such poor shape that he literally couldn't get out from behind his desk, because you can see when he moves, you can see the full pee bag from his catheter. You can see his ankles. He can't hide the sickness anymore. So they're trying to do what they did with FDR, because they would never show pictures of FDR in his wheelchair. They always showed him sitting with a blanket over his legs. It was really hard to find pictures of FDR in a wheelchair, and it was impossible at the time. They're doing the same thing with Trump now. So Trump is sitting in the Oval Office, and then this guy faints, and Trump stands up, but he won't get from behind the desk. He won't get, you can't ever get a good view of Trump. But watch Robert Kennedy here. This is just, it's hilarious. This is the guy that's running our Department of Health and Human Services. Okay. Veggie Owl Girl, nationwide economic blackout, November 25th and 2nd of December. Organized by Blackout the System, may need to look into it a bit. Yeah, I've been going back and forth on that. I really want you to let me play this video, and then we'll talk about that just a second. But I want you to watch what happens here. Watch how fast Kennedy takes off here. Just boom, gone. So, this guy lights his sneakers on fire. This looks like a cartoon, man. Watch it.
And creating high-value jobs. But today, are you okay? Gordon, you okay? Yeah.
Press out. Press. We're going. Thank you, press.
Okay, I'm going to play it one more time. Kennedy he is gone, man. He's out of the office. But watch Trump when he stands up, how hard it is. This is why he won't get from behind that desk. Watch how hard it is for him to stand up.
And creating high-value jobs. But today, are you okay? Gordon, you okay? Yeah.
Press out. Press. We're going.
Nutlick has to hold his chair. You know, Robert Kennedy, oh shit, I'm out of here. And then Nutlick has to sit and hold Trump's chair, and Trump has to use his desk to get up because he's so old and decrepit. Just pathetic, man. Just pathetic. And that's why I want to stress to you folks, you have won this. Project 2025 is dead. They are going to keep trying to implement it. They're going to keep doing terrible things. But for Project 2025 to succeed, they had to control the narrative. And you remember how hard they tried in the beginning. You know, I mean, saying things like, it'll be peaceful if you let it, because, you know, it'll be bloodless if you let it, because we're a bunch of tough guys, you know. And they decrepit, and they're old, and they're doddering, and they're stupid, and they're incompetent, and they're failures. They're failing on every front. Project 2025 is dead. All we have to do is keep our foot on the gas, keep pointing out all of the awful things that they're doing, and keep fighting for our people. Let me give you an example. You know, Prop 51, everybody is super fired up about California. Virginia has also moved forward. They're trying, you know, Republicans are trying to stop sue. How hypocritical is that? They're trying to sue in Virginia to stop redistricting when the same party is redistricting all over the country. How hypocritical is that? They lose the narrative at every step. They can't even say, oh, this is unfair, because they're doing it first. But I'm so proud of Governor Wes Moore. He just gave interviews yesterday, and Maryland is going to redistrict. Maryland is going to redistrict. Wes Moore announced yesterday they've got a redistricting commission that he's put into place, and Maryland is now going to redistrict and gerrymander their maps for Democrats if, and it's a big if. One second. Let me go. I just knocked a picture down. I want to bring it back up for you. One second. There we go. This is Bill Ferguson. This is Bill Ferguson. There's something standing in our way from redistricting in Maryland. And it ain't the Republicans. It isn't the Republicans. It's this fucking guy. This is Bill Ferguson. He's president of the legislature and president of the Senate in Maryland. He's from Baltimore. His district's in Baltimore. And he's saying, no. Ha, ha, ha. We Democrats, we don't gerrymander. Ha, ha, ha. You know what to do. Light this guy's fucking phones up. Light him up. I want every light on every phone bank in every one of his possible offices lit up. Governor Wes Moore is on this. He is. He's already taken this guy, putting him in the closet, twisting his arm behind his back. But we need to make sure that Bill Ferguson understands that we Democrats are not those, let me tell you about my policies and my ethics and morals and why no. We're the break out the fact bats and jump down there in the ditch with them Republicans and get busy. That's who we are now. Republicans started this fucking fight. We're going to end it. we're going to end it, because bottom line, there's always been more of us than them. And it's damn well time we started acting like it. It is damn well time we started acting like it. Well, folks, I want to ask you about something before we wrap up here. We're a community, and I want to get your thoughts on something. I've always told you, I've always bragged on Mrs. Texas Paul. I have. I've always been super proud of her. I don't know how. I don't know how I ended up in this situation. I don't. She's smarter than me. She's out of my league. She's way too pretty for me to be married to her. But I'm lucky. And one of the things I've always bragged about is that she's smarter than me, and she can squeeze a quarter till the eagle screams. I'm telling you, she is good. She's one of the most frugal people I've ever met. And she has gotten really good at this vacation thing, especially the cruises. And we haven't been on a cruise for a while. And right after we got back from Boston, we got a phone call. And one of the cruise lines said they missed us. And they gave us an offer. Free. We can come for free. Yeah, no bullshit. All we got to do is pay port fees and parking. Basically, that's it. And we get a free cruise. But I'm like, I don't know about the optics on that. We just got back from, I'm being completely 100% honest with you here. I don't know about the optics on that. I just got back from a vacation where we went to Boston. Granted, it was a working vacation. You know, we went to the Boston protests. We met with Democrats there. I went to Washington, D.C., met with congressmen there. But yeah. Oh, no, you're absolutely right. Nothing is free. You're right. Nothing is free. They're just not charging it for it. And and it's not a scam. It's not a scam. We're very familiar with these people. And it was the cruise line. We got this covered. But yeah, they've offered us a free cruise. And we're thinking about taking it. But that means over the next couple of weeks, I got to do the show from a boat. And I know the optics aren't great. I mean, I just got back off on a vacation, go on another vacation. I'm asking you, should I take it or should I pass? Allison Kinsey, hello, Texas Paul, with the gerrymandering of the maps. If the people's vote demo will distort the efforts of the GOP, I've been asking this question. Yes, absolutely. It will thwart the GOP. If we win in the midterms, we absolutely will shut the Trump administration's bullshit down. Trump will still be president. And despite the fact they keep telling you, oh, they're going to impeach Trump, we're not going to impeach Trump. We're not. His lame duck ass is the greatest gift we could ever have politically. I promise you, they will not impeach Trump. They won't. If we took super majorities, they wouldn't. He is a gift. Why give them a reset with J.D. Vance? That would be politically stupid. Trump is hobbled. He is old. And with the Democrats controlling the legislature, we have guardrails on what the damage he can do. Yeah, that's the key to it all. Jeremy Breeden, why are you not on the boat yet? Because it's not taken off yet. But I'm asking you really, seriously, folks, I'm the biggest thing for me was, I don't care what kind of deal it is. I don't care with the fact that they're giving us a free freaking cruise. It looks bad. I just got back off a nice trip. I don't care if it was a work trip. It looks bad to take 2 trips in a row. But hell, I'm old, man. This is what we were supposed to do. And I promised my wife we would do this. And I'm having to look at my wife and say, no, baby, we can't go because it'll look bad because I do this for a living now. And I'm not feeling good about that. I'm actually feeling pretty sick to my stomach right now thinking about it. So I'm leaning towards taking it. I'm asking you, y'all going to be okay with it if we do the show from the boat over the next week and a half? Would you be okay with it? Alvlado A20, take it. You deserve it. You do a lot of good. We want all the best for you. We'll all be here. I'll still be doing the show. I appreciate you. If you go, use the opportunity to take the temperature of other people, both working and passengers, maybe even do your show live with others around. That's a possibility because there's no place private to do it on the boat. Well, sounds like it's unanimous. I guess I'm going on a cruise. All right. Well, folks, that's what I've got for you today. I appreciate you being here. Thank you for spending your time with me. I hope you found it useful. Let's keep it moving. Let's keep things going, because right now, and this is the most important part. Don't leave yet. This is the most important part. And I did a video of this on my social media, but not everybody saw it, so I'm going to repeat what I said here. Folks, let's talk about Zoran Mamdani for a second. Oregon Wine, they think you do the show from your cruise. That's what I'm going to do. I will do it as long as I can keep the internet connection. That's what I'm going to do. I appreciate you, Vlado. I appreciate you. Thank you. That's very kind of you. Very generous of you. Mamdani, look, he's made a lot of promises. He has. But they're going to fight him to the bitter end. They're going to fight him to the bitter end. He's not going to be able to do everything he wants to do. He wants to, and he's going to get done everything he can. But folks, I know I stressed this last week. I know I did. But I just want to go over it again. We have to be loyal to those people we elect. We do. If they screw up, do everything to understand why they screwed up. We have to be loyal and help them achieve. But if everything doesn't go 100%, if they slug it out and they lose, we've got to be there for them. We have to be a loyal base. We have to learn. One of the best quotes from Eisenhower is, if you can't follow, you can't lead. And that is one of the things I have tried to practice the most. I am a Democratic Party follower. I support them. I fight for them. Even in the bad times. I do everything I can. I'm trying very hard to pull left. I am. Don't get me wrong. I'm just not accepting the status quo. And that's not what I'm asking you to do either. I'm not asking you to accept the status quo. I'm not doing that. But I am asking you to be loyal. Be loyal to the Democratic Party. Fight for them. Change what you can change. But fight for them, because they are fighting for you, folks. I've sat in their office. I've talked to these people. They are good people that actually give a shit. There's night and day between the Republican and the Democratic Party. The Republicans right now are trying to hurt people on Snap on purpose because it feeds their base, their hateful, bigoted base. Love that. Think about that. And the Democratic Party is doing everything they can to save health insurance for the most needy among us, many of which are Republicans. We're not the same people, folks. And a lot of times, that kind of work that the Democrats do doesn't pay off politically because people don't vote to say thank you. We have to be there for them. We do. And that includes online. That includes, on social media, at family gatherings. We need to speak up. The Democrats are good people. And when Mamdani takes office, he will do the best he can, but he will be under constant attack. And some of those punches they throw at Mamdani will land. No one's perfect. No one's perfect. We have to be here for him. When he's in the fight, we have to be here for him. That's what I'm asking you to do. We built this community, and as the guy that built the community from the beginning, I'm asking you, please, let's change the Democratic Party. Little less like herding cats and more like raging bulls. That's what I'm trying to do here, folks. John Gomez, you get the last word, my friend. Mamdani is the best qualified, young, and full of life. Amen, brother. That's the kind of thing that I'm loving to see in the Democratic Party, 100%. Glad to see it. Barbie, thank you for the support. I truly appreciate you. On that note, enjoy some Texas cities at night.